Getting to know your national budget publications. Review of the economy. The review of the economy highlights economic performances and the developments in the international and regional economies, while providing a comprehensive analysis of the recent economic performance of critical sectors of the Trinidad and Tobago economy for the current ending fiscal year. The document at times includes forecasts of the country's economic outlook. Key areas of interest: the international economy. This section analyzes issues such as real gross domestic product growth, global trade, inflation, unemployment, the external current account balance, and the fiscal balances of countries individually as well as the region. Economic performance of CARICOM states. It examines macroeconomic variables such as gross domestic product, inflation, public debt levels and balance of payments positions, providing context on how individual member states are performing relative to regional peers. The real economy provides a comprehensive assessment of Trinidad and Tobago's macroeconomic performance by highlighting key indicators including GDP growth, inflation, labor force and employment, productivity, population trends, while also reviewing sectoral developments in petroleum, agriculture, manufacturing, construction, and tourism. The central government operations. It gives a broad analysis that highlights the initial budgeted estimates, mid-year revised estimates, and the revised estimates of total revenue and grants, expenditure, and the overall balance of the central government, along with a brief narrative on withdrawals from and/or deposits into the Heritage and Stabilization Fund during the relevant fiscal year. The revenue section provides details of the estimates of the main revenue generators under the purview of the central government, broken down by tax revenue, non-tax revenue, and capital revenue. The financing section explains how the fiscal surplus or deficit is expected to be funded through both domestic or international institutions and financial instruments. Based on the performance of central government operations, the general government debt and debt service provides details of total general government debt, adjusted general government debt, comprising central government domestic debt, central government external debt, and non-self-serviced government guaranteed debt, as well as open market operations as at the end of the relevant fiscal year. Trinidad and Tobago credit ratings is assigned to Trinidad and Tobago on its current assessed creditworthiness by Standard & Poor's, Moody's, and CARICOM. Rest of the non-financial public sector operations. This section examines the cash performance of the consolidated operations of 22 state enterprises and 6 public utilities, with the performance of state enterprises categorized into 2 groups, that is, non-energy state enterprises and energy state enterprises. Monetary sector examines the monetary conditions that prevailed within the domestic economy over the period under review. It speaks to the monetary and financial challenges that exist and the monetary policy responses by the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago to ameliorate these challenges. This section also covers central bank operations such as sales and purchases of foreign exchange in a domestic market, exchange rates, money supply and commercial banks deposits, credit to the private sector, interest rates, the central government yield curve, and liquidity conditions, financial sector performance as it relates to capital market activity in both equity and bond markets, and finally, regulatory and legislative developments. Trade and payments. Trade and payments looks at the country's trade relationships both globally and within the region, highlighting interactions with our CARICOM counterparts and outlines the progress made in diversifying and expanding Trinidad and Tobago's trade markets.